Good morning. Thanks for joining me out here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Dean Jones. Today I got a great little gas motor home to show you. We just got it in. It's a 2024 Newmar Bay Star. It's a 3626 floor plan. Great floor plan, mid-bath, 4 slides. A lot going on with this guy. As you see up top here, we've got a 20-foot retractable power awning with a LED light strip going down the outside looking in. So you've got plenty of light down here when you're camping out at night or in the evenings. We've got this beautiful Dudley paint job. In the gas class, you have a lot of motorhomes that have a lot of graphics. They got vinyl stickers on them. They peel real bad. Newmar Master Class paint finish. Best in the business, best in class wall construction. Just a great motorhome from the top to the bottom. You got a fiberglass roof on this guy, 2 Dometic ACs up there. It's going to keep you cold in the summer. But going down the side of this thing, we'll just go ahead and start. You'll notice we have bigger alloy wheels on this guy, on Michelin's. That's going to be a step up from the Bay Star Sport, which is Newmar's entry-level gasser. You'll notice that we have a V8 in this guy. This is after the V8's been swapped from the V10 platform. So this has a 7.3 big giant V8 motor. It's got 335 horsepower, 468 pound-feet of torque, plenty of power in this guy. It is a front engine coach, so you're gonna have a drive shaft going down the middle of this guy, so you don't have true pass-through storage, but you do have, let's go ahead and show you this real quick, then we'll show you some of that storage. Great 3-step mechanical step to get in, real low to the ground. We got a handle to assist you getting up and down. We've got a nice screen door, but we also have a pleated shade in this guy for privacy up top, so that's a nice feature as well. Over here we have our Xantrex power inverter, but we have all these storage bays. They are carpeted. We do have slam latches that are painted to match. Just the little details on the Bay Star you're just not going to find in the competition. A little bit more storage there. And of course, you can see the lights on. These all have lights in them. Plenty of places to put stuff, but again, you see that rail going down. There's a drive shaft. You're just not going to get that basement storage like a diesel pusher, but you're going to get a lot of other stuff like a diesel pusher. So if you're coming out of a 5th wheel or maybe a big diesel pusher, you just want to get into motorized, this is a great coach. It's a great starter. It's also pre-owned, only has 14,000 miles on it. So little plumbing there. We got some 110 power over there for you. Above here, you'll see outdoor entertainment Samsung. This is a marine stereo. It can get wet. Hopefully it doesn't, but it can. But you notice, I don't think they've really used this TV much. It's got the wrapping on it. So again, 14,000 miles. It's in that sweet spot of life. You can really take advantage of it being a pre-owned. Do have propane furnaces, propane water heater. And we also have a 5500 quiet gas generator that feeds off the 80-gallon fuel tank on this guy. So you fill this up before you go into the campground. This will run for days and days and days, keep you powered up, keep your microwave working, keep your ACs blowing cold, keep your TVs on. Over here, now we're on the back side of that drive shaft. So you got a little bit of pass-through, but you do have your slide shaft right here with your motors. As you see, that's big beefy systems that move these slides in and out. We can talk about that, show you some of the components that you can't see here if you want to come in and check it out with me. Big cog slides. Here's some parts for the Blue Ox towing. There's a Blue Ox towing system on here. 5,000 pounds towing on this guy. Notice this beautiful back cap, all one piece, fiberglass, beautiful LED lights across the back here. We do have a backup camera. All windows are no soft material exposed, frameless, tinted. Over here we have our power center. Got our 50 amp power cord. Just pop it out, put it in here, close it up, lock it up, get your power, your 50 amp. Put it away, you're off and running. You see these guys here? They're called magnet shades. I'll show you where they go on the front, but a really nice option that the old owner did on this guy. I like it. I'm going to show you how it works in a minute. But these are the actual shades. You go on the windshield and there's little magnets up there. I'll show you. There's a good shot of that pass. This is like the only pass-through storage you're going to get. Here's a great place for a sewer hose, and there's one in there. We've got our fuel station there. And we have our wet bay. So this is where we gravity dump our tanks. Our gate valves are up inside, going to stay dry. They're going to stay in good shape, so they don't, when they're down here, they get beat up pretty bad from the road. So we like when we see them up there, you just run your tube through here, open those guys, and you're draining. We've got our outdoor shower here, black sewer rinse, fresh water connection. We do have a 6,000 gallon water filtration system for this Bay Star. That's going to keep the whole system from calcifying. So great thing to have there. Everything's labeled really easy to use. We do have a water pump. We can actually winterize this thing real quick with that water pump out here. You see we got some some antifreeze in there. Again, beautiful polished aluminum rims on this guy. One of the upgrades on the order of this guy was the continuous hot water. And that's that Truma AquaGo right there. A little bit more, a little pass-through over those rails here, but not much. This is where you put your antifreeze in when you're winterizing it. So real easy there, water pump. And of course we have our storage. Here's one of our water tanks. We do have a heater on that guy. Little lit storage there. And then of course, more there. Then we get into our batteries and what have you on the other side of that. There's our house batteries. It's gonna power the coach. And then our 25 gallon propane. That's gonna run that furnace. That's gonna run that AquaGo. So yeah, that's definitely it. It's a great, like I said, transition from a fifth wheel. If you're using those systems on a fifth wheel, but you're sick of towing and you wanna go motorized, this is your guy. See these little magnets out here? They're all the way across. They're all the way across these guys here. So you have these big thermal blankets that pop up on those magnets, and it's called magnet shades. It's an option that's been added post-sale last time, but it adds a lot more privacy. Even though you do have privacy curtains inside there, it's just an added feature. We do have blind spot cameras on both sides, nice high visibility mirrors. You'll notice this little diamond. There's a diamond shield clear bra all the way across this bad boy. And you can tell the windshield's in great shape. We do have this camera here. It does add those safety features, those lane assist and what have you. A couple of chassis batteries there to crank that big old motor. Now we can see what's going on inside this guy. A lot going on inside, so let's go ahead and go in there now. Great for the big family. There's a lot of beds in here. As you come in, you'll notice that woodwork. It's called Amarette Maple matte finish, and it's a Rimini decor inside. It's nice and warm in here. Let's take this off. As always, we'll start in the back, work our way forward. Love this bedroom. Got a great big window in the back. You don't always get that with these motorhomes. There's an auxiliary heater back here. That's an option. Keeps this room a little bit warmer on those cold mornings like this morning. A couple features for this bedroom. We do have the cabinet up here. We do have 110. So if you have a CPAP machine, this doesn't have the ports like the diesel pushers do, but we can actually put a port in there for you if you need that plumbing to come down for a CPAP or sleeping machine. We can do that. Nice headboard. You do have windows that open on both sides. Big king bed. Really easy to make as you go through, and then you see the storage right here. That pillow's for the bed and the dinette. But you get a good shot of these two little nightstands. I'll show you one over here. You do have a place to plug in your portables as you're charging. That's the same on both sides. Love the woodwork on this fascia. Kind of dimensional lumber looking stuff. We do have a nice lit wardrobe. Here's our ladder for our bed over our cab. Do have it, it's in the coach. You've got a bunch of these underdressers. They're on extended slides. They have little latches, so they're not going to rattle around. You've got 6 of those, and then you've got this guy here where you put, if you have a Roku or a Fire Stick or maybe even a dish receiver or something, you can do that. Notice solid surface Corian countertops. Nice Samsung Smart TV. You're not seeing these off brands. You're seeing the good stuff in here. This is a exit if you have an emergency, you need to crawl out, you can crawl out that window. And then you also have day and night shades in this guy throughout. So pretty standard bedroom, but nice features, nice look, nice tones. We do have 2 slides in here. This is how they work. You just in and out. They just come in and out. Then you have analog light switches, and you can actually make them dim if you want. So you can go high or low with those guys. Up on the ceiling, you'll notice all these little ports are in a really thin line all the way down the coach. If you stand where I'm standing, you can see all the way down. And what that's for is so we can get all of our HVAC in the coach as we're going down the road with our slides closed. That's a Newmar thing, so we like that. Want to get some shut-eye when people are out front, just shut that door. And it locks open so it's not running around as you're going down the road. In here, I don't know what the best way to get the shot is, but even though we don't have a washer and dryer, it's prepped for one. So a lot of people are asking for these gas-powered coaches, but we need a washer and dryer. There's not a whole lot of floor plans that offer that. This one does. So if it's something you need and you want a gas power, you don't want to go full money with diesel, this does everything you need it to do, but you want to do some laundry, let me know. We can put a washer and dryer in this guy for you. No problem at all. Over here, we'll just hit the mid-bath. Let you get a shot of that before I get in there, because it's a nice, beautiful bathroom. A lot going on with it. Vessel sink. Dometic foot flush toilet. We do have our solid surface countertop. Beautiful shower insert. It's got a nice marble effect. Do have a skylight here, so it feels really roomy. I'm 6'1", and I feel like I could just, someone a foot taller than me can get in here and take a shower if they'd like. This thing can go up and down. Just a really nice shower glass door. Beautiful faucet in this guy. And you'll notice plenty of medicine cabinet space there. Nice little, we'll call it a linen closet there. Fantastic fan to get all that steam out, and a little bit more storage right there. Great place for toilet paper up there. So well thought out. Notice the floor is vinyl, real easy to keep clean. Also light, so as you're going down the road, you're not carrying all this porcelain and stuff around. Do have a couple of drawers in here, and some access underneath the sink right there. Then coming over here, oh, there is a nice mirror on the back of this door too, with the nice rope hook there. Nice little bathroom for a mid-bath. Over here, great big pantry. Love having pantry space. Got a big kitchen in this guy. You might as well have a lot of pantry space so you can cook a lot and make big meals for the family. Because this is set up for the family. We've got a lot of beds, a lot of sleeping capacity. This little Whirlpool residential fridge. It's going to run off the inverter. And then with propane, we have a propane stove. If you like cooking on gas, we got cooked gas right there. Nice little night light there. Another feature on the Baystar I like, this has got one of the upgraded Whirlpool microwaves. Does have a bake feature. Does also have an air fryer, so you can air fry those wings, maybe heat up that pizza. No problem. We got a nice tile backsplash. All that storage up there. Great place for pots and pans. Double basin undermount sink. You do have a nice sprayer on this guy so you can keep that sink clean. This little window, you can see what's going on as you're cooking out there. See what's going on in your campsite. And then of course all these drawers. You got these guys here. There's some remotes for some of those TVs, an extra filter for you. And a key fob there. And of course all those guys going all the way down. And then you've got all that space down there. And a little place for scrubbies if you want to make use of that little space. Keep coming down this side. Little storage here. Again, all this is insulation because this whole box has insulation going around it. So again, best in class in quality construction and insulation. Sound bar. Pop that up for you. We do have a televator in this guy. More space there. And then of course, we've got more audio video cables here for that TV coming up. Nice little accent lighting in there. I don't know if you can see that. Then on this side, we do have the brains of the matter. We do have our bed here. This is one sleeper. Easy to get it in and out of the way. That's what that ladder goes to. The nice twin bed up there. We run that here. We lock it here too. So we can put valuables up there. Get this up. Take the key out. No one can get it down. You notice it says 500-pound weight capacity on that guy. Step out of the way. We also have a power control center there. Says our generator's on. Awning lights. This is that AquaGo. This is going to keep our water warm. That on-demand water. A couple more slide function buttons there. Step, you can lock that in and out. Here's our Xantrex inverter that we saw in our first bay down there. And this is how we run that Carefree awning. So real simple, nothing to really get too crazy with. And then we'll come over. Oh, one thing I did want to show you over here is, so you've got a sleeper up there. You can probably put two little ones up there. This makes a bed. This makes a little jackknife here. Just pops out, right? You'll notice there are seat belts under there. There's two under here. You also have, on this side, a full tumble sleeper here. And you got some more seat belts under there. Good to see here. And this pops down. You got another full bed here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will sleep 8. Great for that big family, like I said when we first came in. Really easy to make this and put it away. So this guy just Velcros here, and you're off and running. So some more windows that open for some cross breeze. Again, you're going to see day and night shades throughout. Really good shape. We got our storage up here. And then of course we've got our booth. This is where that pillow underneath the bed goes. Just pop this down, run it down, put that pillow in. You got a little guy sleeper. You do have a seat belt on this side, not on this side, because we don't seat belt going backwards. And the only other feature is this little curio cabinet, really. Little place for more storage. Maybe some books if you're a reader or something. Maybe some games. These are adjustable. That's pretty much it for the floor plan. Let's look at the cab here. Pretty simple. These chairs do spin around. We do have the folding table that comes out. You can turn these chairs, make that somewhere to eat if you want to. You do have that full family of 8 in here and you need some more table space. You got that. But it also makes a nice little place to put your drinks and stuff as you're going down the road.
Got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Somebody's asking if theater seating can be installed instead of one of the sofas.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as we're building these, we do have that option. So these are standard sizes. You take this out, we can put a theater seat in there. Takes a little while to get it in the matching, color of this stuff. Sometimes that takes 6 to 8 weeks, but we could definitely handle that if this is the coach for you. Absolutely. And the question was, I don't know if you heard it, but the question was, can we take this sleeper out and put theater seats in, which are, reclining seats to maybe watch a movie in, which is one of the most popular configurations we get. But this being that it's, kind of this lower end product line, gas powered, a lot of beds and stuff for that, family with a lot of kids or something. This is kind of why it's set up the way it is. But we do have places for storage underneath this bed here. There's an iPad holder, goes in one of these chair deals. Right there, it just pops in there. We got a little storage there, but pretty typical. What I love about the Ford chassis is there's not air brakes and different ways to shift. It's just like the car you drive every day. You got a gear shift here, brake pedal, gas pedal, got a little mic for your phone system if you want to Bluetooth into the radio. We do have typical standard HVAC. We do have an auxiliary heater up here we can kick on. It's on there. Because it gets a little chilly up here with this big glass and stuff, so they give you an auxiliary heater. We do have visors and shades, as you see here. On top of the magnet shades, and again, you can see these little magnets there, and you can really get double the privacy if you need to. We do have a phone charger up here. Just turn the generator off. We can turn it on here. We also have if we leave the headlights on, maybe we drain our chassis batteries and we need to start this guy and it's cranking a little slow. We can hit this battery boost, pop the motor on from our chassis batteries. A nice feature there. We do have overhead fans. And here, as with these big windshields, we get this greenhouse effect. You get kind of like, greenhousey and like condensed moisture up here, hard to see. Kick these fans on, get a little air movement, takes care of that. But it is a nice panoramic view to the world as you're traveling. You will notice 14,127 miles on this guy, real low for a going on 3-year unit. This one's got the digital speedometer, all the different gauges here, and we do have analog speedometer there as well. We do have a tow haul mode. That's going to spread the shift points out. Say you're pulling a little Jeep or something, you're going up over the mountains. You don't want to be hunting for gears, just pop that on. We could also hunt for gears ourselves right there. Over here we have we can get into our system. Looks like this needs an oil change in about 70%. We can get in here and go just different different screens, different setups. I do have my regular cruise control right here. We do have traction control. We have our headlights right here. And last but not least, we do have hydraulic leveling. So hydraulic one-touch leveling, we hit this on. We hit auto level, it's gonna level us. We wanna get going. We hit all retract, it's gonna pull them up, ready to go. You're not cranking any little jacks. You're not putting it on blocks. It's just a really easy way. This EQ Smart Level is one of the better systems out there. And also you have a little bit of an adjustable steering column. And you do have typical emergency brake, pop it off right there. So one last thing, we do have lane assist. So again, if you're driving, you get a little woozy and you get a little close to the line, it's going to let you know. You can turn that off if you want. We do have it on. I'd use it. It's a nice, good safety feature. I have it on my cars that I drive. But that's the tour of the 2024 Baystar this morning. Stay tuned. We do have a Prevost coming out. Grant's going to do a really nice big emerald bus. If you haven't seen it inside of one of those, they're just amazing. My name is Dean Jones. If you have any questions, 720-347-7063, or you can email me at dean.jones@transwest.com. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, and we'll see you next Friday.